Glad you could make it. We've got a mission. Aerosmith's in trouble. And we gotta use the power of music to save Aerosmith. Why am I doing this one? Why did I choose this game to review? Hey friends, I'm Pragmatik and I like to talk about video games. And the game I want to talk about today is Revolution X. You see, the 90s birthed a lot of great things. The internet, pogs, new forms of music, the Yak Bak, and, to a lesser extent, Revolution X. The game where you save Aerosmith. I don't know if that's enough context for you, but let's get into it.
Revolution X was an arcade rail shooter developed by Midway, with Rage Software and Acclaim creating the home ports of the game. This game has a few platforms, from Sega to Nintendo, to a more graphically updated version later put on the PlayStation 1. The story has you fighting against the military corporation takeover known as the New Order Nation, or NON. Listen, it's only going downhill from here, okay? They stand to snuff out any sense of youthful rebellion, which includes powerful music and video games. And Aerosmith, apparently. I feel like a game like this was the very definition of the 90s. Everything had to be radical and intense. Even a board game like Crossfire was over the top.
Get caught up in the crossfire. Crossfire. Yo, get caught up in the crossfire.
See, in the 90s, you lose a game of Crossfire, and you're sent to hell. There they are. There's the boys. This game has you on your way to an Aerosmith concert, when a raid on the concert hall has our boys being kidnapped, and now it's up to us to rescue them. Why we already had a gun at this point is beyond me, but who cares? We gotta save Aerosmith. The game is a pretty tight shooter if I'm being honest. You have a rapid fire shot that doesn't have to be reloaded. You also have a secondary fire, which is CDs, and the CDs are way more powerful than your gun. I feel like they are trying to put some kind of subtle undertones on the power of music at this point. You'll probably be flinging these copies of the Batman soundtrack you have at the enemies rather than trying to shoot them, as they are way more helpful. Fighting through the concert hall, you'll receive a personal message from Steven Tyler himself.
If you're watching this, then they've taken over. It's up to you now. Find our car and stop the New Order.
I will say, that is some pretty clear audio for the SNES. Thanks, buddy.
Remember, music is a weapon.
Music is a weapon.
Also, this scene reminds me of the Rock and Roller Coaster ride at Disney World, and that's nice. You get points for that game. You didn't do anything, but congrats. The next stage has us hunting for Aerosmith's car, via helicopter. Sounds like kind of a downgrade if you ask me. This stage really just seems to show how you can destroy the environment around you. You're really only facing off with this rival helicopter, and once you do that, the stage is pretty much over, and you've found Aerosmith's wheels.
Looks like you made it. Where you go from here is up to you.
I like the classic arcade theme of choosing where you get to go. Each stage features a band member as you assault major points of power held by the NON.
These guys are maggots. They're putting chemicals in all our food.
Joe Perry really wants you to save the environment, which is good. Conservation is key. But running and gunning down a bunch of non-members dressed as natives probably isn't the best way to demonstrate this. This is by far the hardest level. These enemies can throw spears, which I don't think you can knock away or anything once they've been thrown, so this really eats up your health. It's okay though, you only have like 30 continues. This stage also serves to show you the limitations of the Super Nintendo at this point when it comes to a port. The abundance of enemies can bring the frame rate to a screeching halt at some times, but nothing truly game-stopping. Making your way through the Amazon, you have to fight this skull guy that throws eyeballs at you? Seriously, what is this game?
Destroy Chemitech. It's a front for the New Order.
Next, old Brad has us infiltrating some kind of facility owned by these Nunya boys. This level is heavily guarded by these spandex ninjas. It's hard to lose in this level as a lot of these crates have health items and power-ups in them. It just takes a while to figure out where you're going, as the level has a choose where you go system. I kinda like it. Soon, you're facing off with this helicopter thingy in the middle of an office. It's kinda like the previous helicopter we faced, just hit its weak points and you win.
Stop the New Order bus!
Next up, Joe Kramer has us stopping a New Order Nation bus. That's literally it. It's like they forgot to make a level and immediately set you up for a boss fight, which is, like before, a bunch of destructible parts with minimal danger.
Stops and bus! Stops and bus! Stops and bus! Stops and bus! Tear down the wall!
With all these major blows to the Nunya boys, it's time to attack head-on at their main base, Wembley Stadium in England. What is this game? This final level has you smashing through all these massive screens, featuring the main villain Helga. The level progresses when you've destroyed every main TV. This little bit was annoying as the screen moves around randomly, while you're constantly getting assaulted from enemies from previous levels. And the screen usually moves away from the TVs you need to destroy. But once you've completed your task, it's a one-on-one face-off with Helga to save Aerosmith and the world. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I can't tell if this is Helga, but you are literally supposed to tear him or her apart. This is a pretty simple boss for something designed to eat your quarters. It honestly just takes a little while. You just focus on the limbs and the guns, and you're in the clear. And now, we party with Aerosmith! Wait, what? We don't get to go backstage. Apparently, you can rescue each member hiding throughout each level. And if you do, you get a secret super special backstage pass with Aerosmith. Like doing all this wasn't enough. Well, I guess knowing that, there's only one thing left to do. Anything else. I really should have just played Mega Man X like I wanted to. I don't know why I can't. Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. Did you like Revolution X? What version of this game was your favorite? Don't forget to gently tap that like button. Not too hard or you won't get to go backstage with Aerosmith. Also consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. I appreciate it, and as always, keep it practical.